Look into my eyes. When you see me on a show, when you see these fans, you know you've got the best in the damn world.
This is the Wrestling Matters podcast where we stand up for professional wrestling.
Here we fucking go!
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change!
Professional wrestling! This is it! This is us standing up! Yes! 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 Yes!
That's 13-14!
Make it till death!
Dina, I am the best in the world.
Cause that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold Simpson.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another WCPW podcast brought to you by the Wrestling Matters podcast. That's right. And hosted by, and created by, and produced by yours truly, me, Anthony Walker. Another WCPW event, ladies and gentlemen. It was then first loaded after the, was it Stacked show they did, and yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it. I very much loved it. Very headlined by a Kurt Angle Invitational. So there wasn't that much on this week, even though it was an hour and a half. But there wasn't that much on this week because it was, like I said, it was mainly headlined by a Kurt Angle Invitational. All in all, a very good show to watch nonetheless. WCPW loaded. It kicked off with a very angry Joe Henry after what happened with him and Joseph Connors, and Joseph turning on him and basically using him to win the WCPW championship. And then Joseph Connors comes out and claims he deserves to be the WCPW champion and challenges anybody backstage. Basically has an open invitational, which leads to him beating or going one-on-one with Ligero for the WCPW Championship. And the fight starts on the stage and in the crowd, all over. And at one point, Sinton dived from Ligero on the outside, which was one of my favourite moments as well. While he was stood on one of the barricades, he dives off it and lands on Joseph Connors. And yeah, Connors really attacked the referee, tried to get like the heel heat in the match, but it was very weird way to get some heat, or to get rid of the ref, if you will. The ref bumps and that. Ligero on occasion came close, but Joseph Connors retained with his finisher after countering the C4-1 springboard DDT that Ligero does, and proving to be a solid champion at this point. Can't say how solid because it was only his first title defense. So other than that, it was okay. Very good match to kick off the show. Comments from wrestlers. I like how they did this as well. It was like the Royal Rumble, quite frankly, and I love that. Now, the tag team match involving Gabriel Kidd, and yes, unfortunately, probably not one of my favorite people right now, considering his heel run and what he's doing with Gabriel Kidd, Prince Ameen, a guy I'm very familiar with. It is what it is at the end of the day. So yeah, Kennedy gets Ameen to turn on Kidd, and by the way, this team that Kennedy had, it was like Last Press Spot Takes, some Mexican team that Kennedy went out and got, but everybody knows it was Prospect dressed up as two masked wrestlers. I swear they turned out to be Edge and Christian, is what it was. It was like an Edge and Christian thing with the Los Conquistadores, and it was, it was what it was at the end of the day. So Prospect got the victory, and yes, it was Prospect. They got the victory, and Kennedy and Prince Ameen got Kidd to lay down. Less said about that, the better, quite frankly. And I'm not the biggest fan of Prince Ameen as a heel, to be honest with you. Yes, I'm very familiar with the guy and everything when he comes up to the EPW and all that, and my association with EPW, or what association I had with EPW anyway. But at the end of the day, it is what it is at the end of the day. So, the main event, more comments from the wrestlers in the Kurt Angle Invitational, and yeah, here we go. The 15-man Kurt Angle Invitational, which saw 15 wrestlers competing for a chance to go one-on-one with Kurt Angle October 6th at Refuse to Lose. So, you've got, number 1 was Martin Kirby, number 2 was Ligero, number 3 was Travis Banks, number 4 was Marty Scurll, Number 5 was Drew Galloway. Number 6 was Gabriel Kidd, but then he got ordered to be replaced by Prince Ameen, so it turned out to be Prince Ameen. Number 7 was Joe Coffey. Number 8 was Pete Dunne. Number 9 was Doug Williams. And I didn't sound enthusiastic saying that name because I'm not. Less said about that, the better. Number 10 was Joe Hendry. Number 11 was Rampage. Number 12 was Moose. Number 3 was EC3. Number 14 was Liam Slater. And number 15 was Primate. Now, Kirby got eliminated by Travis Banks after he eliminated Banks himself. Yeah. Ligero, who did very well and got towards the final 3 or 4, even though he was number 2, but did very well to get to that end that he got eliminated by EC3. Marty Scurll was eliminated by Pete Dunne. Drew Galloway got eliminated by Marty Scurll. Prince Ameen got eliminated. Yes, you allowed pinfalls in this, ladies and gentlemen, by Joe Coffey. Rampage pinned Pete Dunne to eliminate him. Doug Williams came out and sat at ringside and then gets eliminated by Joe Hendry after faring alright in the match. Rampage got eliminated because Damo and Prospect came down and jumped him, and this feud between Damo and Rampage isn't far from over, and that was after them jumping Moose at the entrance ramp as he was making his entrance. EC3 got eliminated by Joe Hendry after the angle slam, which allowed Joe Hendry to win. Liam Slater got eliminated by EC3, and Primate got eliminated by Joe Hendry. And like I said, Joe Hendry eventually ended up winning it. And it was a good 15-man Royal Rumble, rather. An Invitational Rumble. Very good 15-man and very good set out as well for it as well, and I really enjoyed this episode of WCPW Loaded, very much so, and I'm looking forward to next week as well. And WCPW Loaded and whatever shows they decide to wear on the What Culture Wrestling YouTube channel will now air on Saturdays, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, it's not Mondays, it's been moved to Saturdays. So yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. Thankfully, it's not on Fridays, but it's on Saturdays, and it gives me something to look forward to when I come home from work as well, when I'm not doing my student job. So, hey, I'm all for it at the end of the day. Very much all for it, and WCPW still is reigning supreme. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Like I say, all the information for WCPW will be in the description below, the YouTube channel, as well as the What Culture YouTube channel as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast. My name is Anthony Walker. Be sure to look out for the up-and-coming episode 128 of the Wrestling Matters podcast. And until next time, peace out.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change!
Professional wrestling! This is it! This is us standing up!
Yes! 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 Yes!
That's 13-14!
Dina, I am the best in the world.
Cause that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold Simpson.